Hey, Dust Mephisto here, and I'm going to show you how to make gold with the pre-patch for nearly nothing. So, in the pre-patch, there's going to be these new transmogs coming in, these illusions. And so, your enchanters are going to be able to do this, and it's going to use a variety of mats. Shot crystals, gems, essences, large brilliant shards, stream shards, volatils, all of these mats that, to be honest, not a lot of people either A are going to have or B are going to want to farm unless they know what they're doing. That's where I come in. So, the basis of this video is going to be to teach you how to get a lot of these mats easily and for at almost no cost on your part at all. So, the first thing we're going to start with, Zul'Gurub. Why Zul'Gurub? Well, there are a couple of mini-bosses here that drop some important items when considering the illusions. This particular item, Hive Queen's Honeycomb, contains Volatile Life and Volatile Air, two items of which are incredibly important when considering the illusions and other valuable aspects, such as true gold. Now, true gold should be increasing in price as the pre-patch comes along as well. So if you want to take the time to create Alchemist and kind of get a living element farm going as well, you can. Living elements works based on which area you're in. So if you go to Vashur, you'll get volatile water. If you go to Mount Hyjal, you get volatile fire. This is an incredibly useful way to stock up on true gold and make a lot of gold. Now I'm going to show you the boss that we kill here, and you can do this about 10 times every hour. If you have multiple accounts, say that you're taking advantage of the World of Warcraft promotion from the movie, you'll be able to do this 20 times every hour. So you'll be making about 100 of these volatiles every single time. Here we just got that Hive Queen Honeycomb. Again, we got 5 and 5. And now I'm going to show you two other mini bosses here that could be useful. Since the enchants also use volatile earth, there's a mini boss over here, a giant turtle, that you can kill to get anywhere between 5 to 10 elements of earth, which, saves you some time, although they're generally pretty cheap. So if you don't want to waste your time on this, you don't have to. There we go, we got 6 volatile earth, and now finally I'm going to show you one, or technically two other mini bosses. They just happen to drop the same thing. We have this giant sack. In it, it contains elementium ore. Now, elementium ore, not that expensive right now. It could go up in price, and most likely will as more people are wanting transmogs with the pre-patch. But in any case, I'm going to show you where they are, just in case you decide you want to take that little extra bit of time to get these mats. Let's go ahead and kill them. So, I was saying, if you want to make multiple alchemists, that's something else I'm going to be discussing in this video, because I think it's the best way to make gold. Alchemy is kind of a shitty stat by itself, but when you have multiple characters that can all, transmute, it suddenly becomes incredibly valuable. So, that's it. You get your two giant sacks, get your elementium ore. Do this a couple or 10 times in every hour. It adds up. Your volatile life, your volatile air. Transmute volatile life if you have to. It usually makes you more gold. So, alchemy. By itself, not the best profession. However, when you create an alchemy army, it is incredibly useful. Thanks to Warlords of Draenor, it is easy as hell to level. It is one of the easiest professions to level. What happens when you have an alchemy army is you have an unlimited, well, not an unlimited, but you have a large supply of transmute possibilities. You can mass transmute living still, you can mass transmute primals, you can mass transmute essences, and you can do this, as a day-to-day basis and take advantage of what your current economy is based on. You can also use this to take advantage of the illusions, which is what I've been doing. So, just go ahead and click the vendor, browse, go ahead and buy a treaty on Alchemy of Draenor. Go ahead and buy 200. You're going to need more than 200, but for now, just for the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you. Go ahead and learn the spell. You're going to make two things as soon as this is done. You're going to go ahead and make an alchemical catalyst, which I forgot to bring black rock ore. That's my bad. And you're gonna make, so you can make that catalyst. After you have that catalyst, go ahead and make the book. Go ahead and buy here and buy the Dranic Philosopher's Stone. Philosopher's Stone is absolutely necessary to make or to transmute. Now after that, just go ahead and make whichever one you have. Chances are you have to buy recipes, so in the case of strength potions, just go ahead and buy it, learn it. Go ahead and learn, and then it's going to take you about 900 to reach about 600 in alchemy. Depending on what you're transmuting, it might not be necessary. To create living still, I think you need about 525. So there's that. From here on out though, or not from here on out, but from this point, I'm going to explain the different areas and different recipes that you can get, or at least with Outland, that would be incredibly beneficial. So next up, you want to work on some reputation. I recommend going to the Underbog, mainly because you'll get a reputation with both Sporgar and Cenarian Expedition. Now, Cenarian Expedition will give you primal water to air. Sporgar will give you primal earth to water. Primal earth is incredibly common from mining, which I'd be recommending that you do, especially in Outland right now because of the free patch coming in. A lot of transmogs are gonna be popular with the new wardrobe system. It has potential for a lot of gold. So you can go ahead and transmute earth into water with Sporgar, or you can transmute water into air with Cenarian Expedition. Now it's going to take you quite a few runs. I recommend clearing up to the first boss and then running out. If you have a druid, you could just teleport out with the Moonblade Hearth, or you just run out. If you have potions, like speed potions, use them. If you have speed gear, use it. Whatever it is you need to do. Another item that you can take into consideration here is the Strange Hibiscus. The Hibiscus can be turned in for reputation as well. I think it's 750 with Sporgar to level them up incredibly fast. Most of the items that you'll find doing this are semi-shitty, but since you're doing it on Heroic, you also have the added benefit of getting either epic level 70 items or epic recipes, both of which sell actually for an incredible amount, anywhere between 15 to 20k on average. It's really nice if you happen to come into an Outland epic. Next up, we'll be going to the Mechanar, Botanica, and etc. to work on a Shatar rep. So your other option is to go to the Botanica over in Netherstorm. This will get you reputation with Shatar. The reason why Botanica is better than the other two instances is because you're able to do a complete run through without actually aggroing any of the bosses. This nets you about 1500 to 2000 reputation. You're going to have to do it a couple of times to get revered, but this one is the most important in my opinion because it gives you primal air to primal fire. Primal fire is an absolute bitch and a half to get. Because of that, it's going to usually be the most expensive. You can farm fell iron ore to get your motes of fire to then turn into primal fire, but other than that, this would be your best bet. Now also keep in mind, if you don't want to use these for illusions, you can use these to make primal might, which is used in a lot of Outland epics, crafted epics, that people are going to want. So it should make a very sizable increase in income for your bank, if you will. Now, I'm going to show you one more thing, and that's where to get primal manas. There's a particular recipe that you want to get that will let you turn primal mana into primal fire. However, it's a discovery, so it's really iffy if and when you'll get it. So, you're here for some primal mana. This is the best place to go when considering it. You'll get a shit ton here. So all you have to do, this is right outside the Mechanar, or not the Mechanar, but the Curator. Just go ahead and grab all these guys. It's gonna take a little time, but anyways, you're gonna grab all these guys. Just AoE them down afterwards. You can kill the curator here too, because there's another room right after this that also gives tons of primal mana. It's less effective for casters because of the fact that they don't take magic damage. So we got 3 primals right there. I also recommend doing this on enchanters, just so that you can also get some void crystals, that kind of stuff. I'll go into enchanting on another character in another video, because I feel like enchanting is also an incredibly useful ability to make gold, especially with the pre-patch coming up. You don't need to get enchanting too high, although if you have an enchanter of every type, you can pump out shell crystals pretty quickly. I'll go more into that though later on with another video explaining how to benefit from enchanting and timeless isles. So anyways, just go ahead and grab all these. Like I said though, they're immune to magic, as you'll see right now. So you're going to have to individually attack each of these. If you're a caster, not the most fun thing. I don't even think the actually, I don't think it's a good idea for that to kill things, because you won't get credit for it. Just go ahead and kill everything, and then you'll, or here, I'll just show you. You get mana. So this is the best way to get most of mana. That's why you want that Transmute Primal Fire or Primal Mana to Primal Fire. But again, it's discovery, so that makes things difficult. I have one more transmute to discuss with you, and that will be Essence of Water. So to get Essence of Water, or transmute Essence of Water, let's go ahead and take the livery for Denova. We're just going to turn in this quest. We're going to get our reputation. All we need to do is we need to get to friendly. This quest here, the Winterfall activity, actually isn't necessary. It turns out to be a waste of time to even try it. So we're going to turn in this quest. Come on down here. Turn it in. And then take Falling to Corruption. We're going to kill 15 Furblogs, and we're going to turn in this Falling to Corruption, and then we have 2 more quests right after that. So the point of this is to get the Transmute Essence of Water. Now, this might seem a little crazy showing all these different reputations that you can go ahead and farm to get these transmutes, but the entire idea of this was for little to no gold. The idea of you being able to start creating this kind of bank, assuming you just have time to invest or characters. I'm assuming most people at this point have about 4 to 5 characters or so. So I would recommend having all of them, if possible, be alchemists, because it's incredibly easy to make a ton of gold this way. With the living still, the true gold, the transmutes of volatiles, it adds up. Now, the important thing with Essence of Water is that it's incredibly hard to get. Get about 8 an hour farming them if you wanted to go for Essences of Water the normal way. That's not my idea of fun. I'd rather log on once a day, do the transmute, maybe get lucky and get 4, maybe get lucky and get 2, or just get 1. That seems like a lot more reasonable than farming mobs for an entire hour just to get 8. I'd rather not do that. So just go ahead and do this quest line. Won't take that long. It takes about, honestly, I think it takes more time to fly here than it does to actually complete this quest line. If you want to take the items that give the most gold, do not take that quest. Actually, Scalding Sign sucks ass. It's a waste of time. Well, not a waste of time, but it takes way too long. Normally, the Winterfell runner will be right here. Looks like I might have missed him. Every single time I've done this, he's actually almost always been. There he is. Kill, loot. See, this is why we don't do Winterfell activity, by the way. Like, these just drop so rarely that by the time you kill a 15, it's just an absolute waste of time to try. So turn this quest in, then we'll do one more quest after this. This will get us friendly with the Furblogs. And then at that point, we'll be able to go and get the recipe. And we'll be able to transmute essence of earth into essence of water. Now, earth is incredibly easy to get. Right now, essences of water are 100G. On my server, a couple days ago, they were 700G. They're going to just flip in between this, and you might be able to make a ton of gold if you find the right buyers. So it's something I recommend starting on immediately and saving up for. And come the pre-patch, prices are going to be out of control. If you have the stock to back it up, you're going to make a lot of gold. That's just how it is. In the next video that I plan to make, I'll be talking about enchanting, as I mentioned previously, and a couple other ideas with how to farm gold and how to actually, make more profit. But for now, this should get you started, get you an idea of how to take advantage of the economy with the illusions that are coming up. And most of all, with the Zul'Gurub farming, should put you on a pretty good front, at least to have control of the cataclysm-based, oh my god, my brain. I've been doing this too long! The cataclysm-based illusions. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys where the vendor is for the Timber Mall and get the recipe. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. I probably won't be updating too often. I have a job coming up. I tried to stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 6 to 10. I generally stream Blizzard games, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, World of Warcraft, and Overwatch. So if that interests you, go ahead and give my Twitch a follow. Death Mephisto. Like the video if you found it at all helpful. And I'm glad, I hope I was able to at least help some of you.